Direct from Foxborough, Massachusetts, the gem of Norfolk County, and taped at the studios of Foxborough Cable Access. It's Foxborough Central. And here's your host, Bob Hickey.
Hello again. Welcome, Foxborough, to another great episode of Foxborough Central, your community-based program sharing all the good things that are happening in and around Foxborough. I'm Bob Hickey. I'm your host. Thank you for taking a half hour to sit with me as we learn about Foxborough Art Association. Welcome, Frank Quinn, my guest.
Thanks,
How are you
Bob.
doing?
Thanks for inviting me.
And Jack Annan. Thank you also with the Foxborough Art Association, also the director of, or the assistant director of the Artist Studio and Gallery at Patriot Place.
Yes.
He's not going to correct me. He's a very, very nice man. I like you. You're all right. He's just going to nod at whatever I say. As long as I get the name right, we're good. Easier name is Foxborough Art Association, and I got to start off saying I've really enjoyed knowing about Foxborough Art Association from the periphery. I've seen the work, of course, many meetings in the basement of the Boyden Library and the Bloomer Room, was it?
I think so, yeah.
Yes, and always enjoyed that. I live in Baker Street, but it seems like there's been a phenomenal explosion of stuff going on with FAA, and so I'm glad you were able to take the time to come sit with us and to share with us over the next 3 or 4 weeks. You've got some really exciting stuff going on. So what I'd like to do today is talk a little bit about the history, but also more about what's going on now, what's making it alive, and how folks at home can come out and see what Foxborough Art Association is all about. So I've given you this huge intro. I'm going to give you the cue. Go. What's going on this coming weekend? This Saturday, what's going on?
October 6th, we're going to have a paint out where, weather permitting, we're going to have over 25, maybe 30 artists painting outside the gallery at Patriot Place.
That would be the Artist Studio and Gallery at Patriot Place.
That's right, Artist Studio and Gallery at Patriot Place.
And that's located between the Dunkin' Donuts and the Olympia Sports, up in that whole restaurant area, tastings, skipjacks, that quadrant behind the cinema.
Right, the north section of the shopping mall.
And if folks ever get a chance to come up, even outside of these next few weekends, it's a great gallery. You're open on the weekends, Friday nights, Jack?
Yes, Friday nights, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay, Friday nights, Saturday, and Sunday. It's free admission.
Yes.
Right. So, and you're really hosting the primary displayer is the Foxborough Art Association.
That's right.
And so when you say you're having a paint out, that means that the Foxborough Art Association is essentially taking over the studio and having this event. So this sounds like a really sharp event.
And, it's also people outside of Foxborough Art Association as well. Anybody can come and join us in this paint out. Students,
really?
Anybody who wants to come down, it's a free event. They come down and join us and enjoy the fun day.
Really?
But what we're also doing is we're also doing the Foxborough Art Association Fall Show inside the gallery.
Okay.
The paint out, by definition, is outside. So the painters are painting outside, sort of making it look a little like Paris, and people can go and look over artist's shoulder and kibitz with the artist about why they're painting that or what are they doing, etc. And so that's Saturday afternoon, October 6th.
Okay.
But then that weekend and the following weekend, the weekend of the 6th and the 13th, Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday, we're displaying over 100 pieces of works by members of the Foxborough Art Association. And what that is we hire, each member gets to submit 2 pieces, and it can be in all media, watercolor, oil, pastel, photography, mixed media. And then we hire a professional artist who comes in awards ribbons in each category. And we're also having this time, members of the public can come in and vote on their favorite piece.
Really?
So what we're going to call it is the People's Choice Award, and that'll be awarded in the second weekend when we have our reception on Saturday the 13th, Saturday afternoon.
So, so the people that come in on the first weekend, October 6th weekend, 5th, 6th, 7th, whatever it is, the weekend, they can vote for their People's Choice Award.
Right.
So it sounds like the first week in October, there's a lot going on.
Yes.
Right.
All right, so let's talk about the People's Choice Award first.
Okay.
Because this fascinates me.
Yeah.
First of all, who knew that there was so much talent or so many artists in the Foxborough area. I did not know that.
That's right. We have over 100 members who are members of the Foxborough Art Association. You don't have to live in Foxborough to be a member. You can live in, the area. And we have meetings every month where we have a professional artist come in and demonstrate or lecture about their particular techniques or the way they paint or photograph or composition, or sometimes a little bit of history of a Sargent retrospective or what have you. These are all open and free to the public. You don't have to be a member to attend these meetings.
Okay.
We are meeting currently, because the Boyden Library is undergoing renovation, we're meeting currently at St. Mark's Church, aside of the Foxborough High School, on the second Wednesday of the month, and it's 7 o'clock. So members of the public, Foxborough residents, it's free to come in and participate. We have light refreshments, and it's a good time to rub elbows, and people who are thinking about joining, they don't have to be an artist to join, they just have to like art and be interested in the goings-ons of the local art scene, which is our goal. The Foxborough Art Association is the same mission as that of the Art Gallery at Patriot Place, Artist Studio and Gallery at Patriot Place, which is to support local art and local artists. So it's the same mission, it's the same idea. So if you're interested in art and you're in the area, come on by to the meetings the second Wednesday of the month during the school year, and then or come to the Artist Studio and Gallery at Patriot Place. And,
so let's talk about the Artist Studio and Gallery at Patriot Place. That event that you're talking about, where the people, and I don't think, hopefully we're not infringing upon a trademark for the People's Choice Awards, but we'll go with it because we're local and it's all good. That's really short, so people just come up and they can, over 100 works are going to be judged.
Right.
From no more than 2 submissions per member per artist. And these are all hobbyists. There's no professional
pros.
coming in.
There's no pros. These are all so-called amateur artists. And then, as we say, the public gets. We always hire a judge, and they award ribbons in each category. And then, of course, we criticize the judge for not awarding a ribbon to me. So in this case, we also get the public, who theoretically does not have any background in art, and they say, I really like this one, And so they get to vote. We have a little ballot box, and then we'll tally up the vote. And then on the following reception on the 13th, we'll announce the winner of the People's Choice Award. And it's all about bragging rights, and there's no money involved except a ribbon, and so it's very competitive. In the watercolor media is different than oil, which is different than photography, so the judge awards first, second, and third, and sometimes honorable mention in each category.
Sure.
But the People's Choice Award is regardless, this is the one.
Like a best in show.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds really sharp.
And
what a great idea. What a great way to promote Foxborough Art Association and the new gallery. Yeah. And FAA's been around for over 50 years though.
That's right. Yeah.
So
1957, and it started. We discovered a
65 years.
No, 57. 1957.
2007
would be 50 years.
Yeah.
And 2004, 55.
Yeah, the TVOs. What
degree in finance.
I know. My employer cringes every time I walk in the door, but it's all good. It's all good.
But we had a 50th anniversary of Foxborough Art Association, and along with that, we had a display of Homer White paintings, local artist from Foxborough, at the Boyden Library. And the Boyden Library, by the way, has always been very supportive of the Foxborough Art Association, and we're very grateful to them. And I'm sure that when the building gets finished, we'll probably be moving back from
I hope so. That building certainly does look like it's going to be a beautiful structure, and what better way to accentuate the newness of that, but then they tie it back in with having the local artists display. For those people who don't want to wait until the Boyden Library is reconstructed and want to go up to Patriot Place and go to the Artist Studio Gallery, this weekend of the October 6th, and I keep focusing back on that because if anybody's at home and watching this, you should make some plans to at least stop by. But if you have an art lover in the family, or if you yourself have a proclivity towards creativity and have a talent for it, what a great way to be introduced to the association.
That's right.
And to see some works of others.
That's right.
It sounds like it's going to be a happening place this weekend.
Yeah. And we'll have members there throughout the time that we're open at the gallery. So if people want to yak or find out a little more about the association, they certainly can. And I also like to say, I mean, in the spring, we also last year and this coming year, we'll also have a spring show with the Foxborough Art Association. Okay. So there's a continuing synergy between Foxborough and the artist studio and gallery.
Fantastic. So this paint out you had talked about earlier, tell me a little bit about that.
Well,
what's the format going to be? You have 25 artists?
We have as many artists as we can assemble.
So you have 2,000 artists?
The more the better.
2,000, 2,500.
Do they have to bring their own chair?
Usually.
Yeah,
Okay.
bring your own easel, bring your own paint supplies.
So it's free form?
Yes.
Similar to this interview.
Exactly.
If anybody else wants to walk in the door, come on in, we'll get a chair, it's all good.
Like I said, it's a fun event.
Unless it's raining, you know, but it's just a wonderful, and we've done this a few times.
Can't they use watercolors?
They can. Watercolors can, yeah, absolutely. And we had...
He got the joke.
We did one...
50% success rate. You know, Ted Williams went to the Hall of Fame and he only batted .340. So what are you going to do?
That's right. Yeah. Well, 400 once.
Once.
Yeah. We had one once where it was a 20% chance of rain, and so we said that's 20%, you know. And of course, there was a deluge right on us. And it didn't rain anywhere else but at Patriot Place, apparently.
Well, I just looked it up on Google, and the weather's going to be perfect next weekend.
Oh, good.
So, and the weekend after that.
Yeah,
so
good.
I think we're good. So, assuming the weather is beautiful, October 6th comes, what am I going to see? What time do I go up? What do I look for? What's going on?
Well, it's 1 to 5.
Okay.
So it starts at 1. If artists want to show up about 1 o'clock, or if you can't make it exactly 1 o'clock, come in afterwards whenever you can make it. The patrons come up when you want to mingle with the artists, anytime between 1 to 5. They'll be, like I said, scattered all throughout in front of the art gallery. There's no set exact spot where every artist is going to be. They just come down, find a spot, set up, and paint.
So people are going to paint, and then folks can walk amongst, mingle.
Yes, talk to them, ask them questions.
That sounds really nice.
The last paint that we had a middle school student from Foxborough who was actually doing Japanese caricature art.
Okay.
It was really cool to have her there and join us, and she was asking a few questions as well, and it was nice.
So this has been done before.
Yes.
And it's been successful.
Yes.
And when this has happened in the past, what are some of the really fun things that you've seen that you would want to share that would make me sitting at home say, hey, I got to go up and see this?
Well, I just love the fact that you see families come down. And usually when families are out in a shopping area, everyone wants to go, someone wants to go this spot, someone wants to go this way, and they're all kind of scattering. Here you see the families all walking around together, checking out all the art. And it really, every single person is enjoying the art, no matter what age they are.
So this is kid-friendly?
Yes, very kid-friendly.
Well, yes. Interesting, because it seems to me, I don't know, Jack, whether you agree, the kids seem to really gravitate to this thing.
Yes.
They have a visual appreciation that I think as we get older, you know, we kind of...
We're not getting older.
But the kids, you know, and I remember an experience that I had where I was painting and I sensed somebody was looking, and it was a 5-year-old little girl, and she was standing in front of her parents, and she said, are you an artist? And I thought for a second, yeah, I'm an artist. She says, I am too. And I said, really, do you paint? And she says, well, I color. And I said, oh, that's how I started too, you know. But it's this sense, and you get this sense that the kids seem to enjoy it as much or more than the adults. They really, wow, that's cool. You know, I mean, you love to hear that kind of stuff if you're painting. And so yeah, you can be a big shot to the little kids.
Nice,
when you,
nice. That
yeah.
sounds great.
Yeah.
And at the same time, each artist can have a couple of pieces alongside them wherever they are. So not only is the person who's viewing it seeing what they're painting, but they can see a finished product as well.
Yeah.
And I would hope that works are for sale, and
Yes.
If people want
If they want to sell them, yes. Not everyone wants to sell their paintings, but yes, if they want to, it's for sale.
But many will, and
Yes.
so with the holidays coming up, what a great way to bring a little local art and.
Yep, and you also have the gallery there too. You can come in the gallery,
Well,
and there'll probably be a person
You beat
painting
my
inside as
segue,
well.
but I was going to slide right into that. Oh, well, since you messed up my segue, we really got to go on script here, guys. There is no script, sorry. All right, well, since you let the cat out of the bag, let's go to the gallery. What am I going to see in the gallery for these 2 weekends?
At the gallery, you'll also see, well, the first, what you'll see is you'll see the members show this coming weekend. But at the same time, there'll probably be an artist or two inside painting as well.
Okay.
Which you typically see any given weekend.
I was just going to say, you typically have a couple artists
Yes.
from the Foxborough Art Association, or even maybe a guest artist in painting on the weekends, so that way there's that whole that live dynamic, if you will, when you go in, you can see, you can touch, you can, well, maybe not touch, don't touch. I didn't mean to shake a finger at you people, sorry about that. But it's a great way to talk to people. We did another program, you and I, as well as a couple interviews with some guest artists, and that was very interesting. And,
Thank you.
Hopefully folks will tune into Foxborough Cable Access on this channel and check out that issue of Foxborough Central as well. So if I'm in the gallery and I'm looking, what am I going to see?
Typically, outside of those 2 weekends, those 2 weekends we're talking about here, you're going to see 100 and some odd pieces of artwork from approximately 60 artists, which is amazing.
That's packed.
Yes,
that's a lot of art.
It's absolutely amazing. And on other weekends, you'll see the artwork from typically approximately 10 to 12 artists in the gallery. Different watercolors, oils, photography. It's a very unique experience. It's a great location, a great spot for the art. And like I said, it's family friendly. We encourage the children to come in.
And of course, we're very lucky to have Frank Quinn and Jack Annan, who are artists who are displayed at the Artist Studio at Patriot Place. So you are not only part of the organization, but you also display and you have works up there that are available for people to see and to buy. In fact, when I was up there, you sold a piece while I was there, so it was pretty remarkable to see that whole dynamic, that thing just go down.
I want to thank my brother for coming in and doing that while you were there.
I didn't see the family resemblance at all. I think it's a she. But with the Foxborough Art Association being around for 55 years, where do you see yourself going in the future? This upcoming weekend sounds like a great way to publicize the message, to get folks to see what FAA is all about and to meet people who are a member. So what is the next step? What do you want them to do, and what do you want FAA to do to bring it together?
That's interesting. That's a great question. I don't really know. You know, it's a nonprofit organization, you know, and artists continue for as long as they want. The dues are only $30. We award a scholarship to a Foxborough High School student each year, and I always feel that if we're a nonprofit, we should spend all our money every year, and whether it's on shows or judges or scholarships or
classes,
or classes, workshops. We also subsidize workshops in all the media. So that, we're a very active organization, and I guess that's the way to continue. And I think with organizations, it's important to continue to pass the torch to younger people and to make sure that it doesn't become 2 or 3 people running the show.
Well, the strength and the growth is always based upon the people you can recruit and the
That's
new
right.
ideas and the
That's
new
right.
energy,
And we've had a lot of new
energy
members.
that comes in.
And that's
A lot
right.
of
The
new members
gallery
lately.
has really
Well, I was going to
encouraged.
say, what a great way to display
some new
FAA
members.
and all that you are. So that has been a huge boon
Oh,
to the
yes.
membership roles.
Yeah.
Just the exposure, and you know, that's hopefully what we're also doing in this program, is giving folks in Foxborough an opportunity to see that there are so many different things going on. Foxborough is the gem of Norfolk County, and we do have a very strong volunteer base, and that's what really makes our town work. And that's why I love hearing about, you know, Foxborough Art Association and all the other organizations, because it's a great way for people to get involved. And I had no idea there were this many artists in town.
I didn't either. No, it really, and the talent level is quite remarkable. And I think that's true in the musical area too, in the performance area as well. I mean, it's just remarkable how much talent is really there. And we're just thrilled that the gallery exists that can display this talent. And you, as I say, you don't have to be a member of the Art Association to be at the gallery. But because of the gallery and the notoriety that has been assigned to Foxborough Art Association, a lot of people want to get involved in Foxborough Art Association.
And why wouldn't they? Because it's a great, it's a, if you have it as a hobby, what a great way to network and meet people who have similar interests and likes. And
and if you're painting something or taking a picture of something and you really, I mean, you're really proud of it, you want to share it. You want other people to see it. What's the point otherwise, you know?
It's a great way to look at it. So this is a great outlet, a great way
really is.
An opportunity, if you will, for people to show their works.
Yeah, that's right.
And Frank, do you want to also talk about the auctions that we've done?
Well, we have been involved, and that's, I think, part of the giving back too, that art doesn't exist in a vacuum. And so we've been involved in art auctions for the Boyden Library. I think they raised last year and a half ago.
For the Friends of the Boyden Library.
That's right. 16,000 or so for the children's room there. And then the year before, the Walpole Library was building a new library, so we got involved with that. There is no Walpole Art Association, so there are members who live in Walpole, members, of course, who live in Foxborough. So we raised money for the Walpole Library as well. So we try to get involved, the scholarship program.
Sounds like a very active organization.
Yes, I think so.
And folks who want to get involved, all they have to do is show up at St. Mark's Church.
St. Mark's Church.
On South Street,
That's
right
right.
next to the high school, on the second Wednesday
at 7 p.m.
every month during the school year.
Right.
Take the summers off.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Recharge your creative juices. At 7 o'clock and show up.
Right.
And there's no secret password, no
It's free.
handshake or anything.
It's free. We have a webpage, foxboroughartassociation.com.
www.foxborough, spelled the old way or the good way?
The old way. Oh, no, the new way.
I like the old way.
Just the O.
Okay. foxboroughartassociation.com.
Yeah, pretty easy. And you can find out information about and other events. We try to keep it up to date.
And of course, if folks don't have their pencil handy, they can just Google you up.
That's right.
Or they can come to the Foxborough Cable Access homepage, and details of this program and any other program from Foxborough Central are on there at www.fcatv.org. Everybody's favorite homepage. Should be your homepage. With the Foxborough Art Association, the next 3 weekends sound like they're going to be huge.
Yeah.
So, final message, if I'm giving it to the folks at home, why October 6th as opposed to any other weekend? This is a fall event, and you do it every year?
Every year. We do
so
the fall show.
So you can write it on the calendar and think,
That's right.
next October we're going to do the same thing?
That's right. And then in the spring we have our show in March, probably the last 2 weeks in March.
Okay.
The spring show.
So the spring show, fall show, and this fall show also has the paint out on October 6th.
Right.
And that is for any artists. It's a great way for folks to come out, touch local art, see the artists, get involved. It's very kid-friendly. Work is for sale. The holidays are coming up.
That's right.
What am I missing?
That's it. That's it. We're just thrilled to be there and very grateful to Patriot Place for putting up with us.
Patriot Place actually invited you to create this gallery. Is that not correct?
Yes, yes, it is. When I was there displaying some of my, they had an Irish festival going on. I was displaying some of my Irish photos, and the general manager came in and asked if I wanted to open an art gallery. He saw the dynamics that was going on. People very much interested in what the artwork. He wanted to know if I'd open an art gallery. And at first I thought he was crazy. I really did. We met a few times afterwards, and within 7 weeks I had reached out to the various artists, and we had put this together. And together we run this place. It's a very professional art gallery.
What feedback have you received so far from the Patriot Place folks?
Oh, they're thrilled because they originally thought it was going to be something where we would just slap some art on the wall. They didn't expect what they got.
It is it looks museum quality.
Yes,
I mean,
it is.
You've really done a lot of great work up
Thank you.
there. The walls are clean. It's large space. It's not a huge retail space, obviously, but it's a large space that you've maximized and yet kept it very clean. I keep saying that, and I hope I'm not being cliched.
No,
it's
thank you.
It's a very attractive gallery. You go in, and there's a lot going on. It's super exciting as far as what you're visually seeing on the wall, but it's not too much. It's not cluttered. It's not overwhelming. I really, not that my opinion's worth anything, but I really think it's a cool place to go.
Thank you.
So I hope other folks at home will also take advantage of this beautiful gallery up at the Artist Gallery and Studio at Patriot Place. I didn't have to look at the notes. I'm finally getting it. Except I put gallery and studio the wrong way, but oh well. I'm sorry. I'll try better next time.
That's okay.
There's
No
two
problem.
doors down from Dunkin' Donuts, so if you know where to get the coffee, you know where to get the art.
Get the coffee, go and check out the art, then after that go hit one of the great restaurants and then go see a
Exactly.
movie. And then maybe a Patriot game or a Revolution game that night. See, and it's great to be in Foxborough.
Yeah.
It is.
So Frank, with the Foxborough Art Association, the final message is get involved, come on out, it's free, it's a great place to meet fellow artists, it's a great way to be exposed to art, it's a great opportunity for everybody, whether you're talented or somebody like me, right?
Absolutely. Yes, I couldn't have said it better myself.
That's why I enjoy doing this, because I get to recap all your good work and make it sound like I'm intelligent and know what I'm talking about. Guys, Jack, it's been great having time with you. Frank, thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
And thank you folks at home for taking the time to spend a half hour with me and my guests here on Foxborough Central. I'm Bob Hickey. It's been my pleasure to host this afternoon. I'd also like to thank everybody behind the cameras, Betty Travers, Paul Gukin, Bob Lomas, Gary Nash in the booth, Michael Weber, our Executive Director. If you would like to get a copy of this program or any others on the Foxborough Cable Access channels, go to fcatv.org, check out that information, or stop by our studios at 28 Central Street. Until next time on Foxborough Central, I'm Bob Hickey. Have a great day.